Well, right now, investigators, as we know, are processing clues that could tell them what happened to Ana. So let's bring in criminologist and forensic psychologist Casey Jordan to discuss where investigators are in this case. Casey, thank you so much for your time. You know, we just heard Evan's report there. The evidence really seems to be building against Brian Walsh. What is the likelihood in your mind that this is anything other than the tragedy it more and more is appearing to be?
I think that everything is pointing with a mountain of circumstantial evidence so far to the idea that Brian Walsh is responsible for the disappearance, if not the death, of his wife. And the fact that he isn't talking is okay for now because they have him in custody, on this $500,000 bail. Believe me, other charges will be forthcoming, but the point is, I think, that they wanted to get the children into state custody, as your reporter pointed out, while they conduct this investigation. But the evidence is overwhelmingly pointing towards the fact that she suffered some sort of disappearance. I think we're just all talking about death within that home, and the fact that there is a hacksaw, a bloody knife, torn clothing, computer searches, appointments for car detailing. It sounds like another case of the missing Jennifer Dulos, or a dozen other cases I could talk about. But we all know how most of those have ended.
Sadly, we do. Casey, you just went through that long list, so, of everything we've learned so far. And hearing that, it really seems like Brian has made a lot of dumb moves, really, for lack of a better word. It seems like he wasn't even trying to hide a lot of his questionable actions, his questionable movements. Do you agree?
Well, I don't know that he wasn't trying to hide them. As I've interviewed dozens of killers, and very often, as soon as they've killed someone in a peak of rage or impulsivity, they go through a manic stage where they are convinced that they're going to be caught and they're desperately trying to cover it up. This is most common in crimes that are not planned. And in that process, they make 100 mistakes. Even the best planned crime can make mistakes. I mean, honestly, today, who can make a computer search for how to get rid of a woman's body that weighs X number of pounds and not think that a forensic computer search isn't going to reveal that? Not the least of which he's under house arrest. So they can monitor his every move and know where he has been. All roads point back to the house where the bloody tools have been found, and really raise the question of whether or not she died in that house and her body was, and I don't mean to be morbid, but dismembered in that house and disposed of within that house in a way that wouldn't be found. But it's a misnomer to think no body, no crime. There have been many, many cases where we have gotten convictions without a body for first-degree murder.
Absolutely. And that's my next question. How likely is it that we will see more serious charges brought against Walsh, even if a body is never recovered?
Now, make no mistake, they have arrested him for, standing in the way of the investigation just to get him out of the house so that they can conduct this investigation. They are stockpiling all of this evidence. It doesn't matter that it's circumstantial. People can be convicted on circumstantial evidence. And I think that within a week or so, you're definitely going to see charges of first-degree murder, perhaps second-degree. If he comes forward with a story of crime of passion, you might see a lesser charge of homicide. But so far, there is absolutely no one else that they're considering for this crime than her husband, Brian Walsh.
Well, we will continue following this. We'll check back in with you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.